It's my first time going live on my new YouTube channel. Feel me? But yeah, people pop in. If they don't pop in later on or whatever. So it's been about 4 months since I've been out. Yeah, 4 months since I've been out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to figure it out. I ain't gonna lie, kind of weird out here in the real world. The real world kind of different, man. It's I don't know. With me being an artist and and shit like that, trying to trans, and they like, you gotta get a job and all this shit, right? I don't know about all that. But it's just like a transition, you know what I'm saying, going from art. But I really just want to talk about the whole, because a lot of people be asking me about the prison shit still, even though I do music and I'm an artist, they be asking me how the shit was, the whole process. So I'm going to just talk about the process of just going through diagnostic, you know what I'm saying, today. Like, so, when you in the county jail, my situation, I lost trial. So I went to trial, I lost, you know what I'm saying. I went back to the county jail. They gave me they were trying to make me take a plea offer of 30 to 15, but when I went to trial, they gave me 25 to 15 when I lost. So hold on right quick. Let me get my teaspoon. My teaspoon of sea moss. Right quick, man. But yeah, they tried to give me, they tried to make me take a plea deal of a 30 to 15, but then I go to trial and I lose. They give me a 25 to 15, which is fucking crazy. So anyway, I go back to the county jail. I'm sending that motherfucker way to go up the road and shit. When I go to trial and shit, they calling me by my route, my stage name and shit. Oh, if you don't know him by this, you might know him by SWAZY, baby. This, all that, those type of shit. Anyway, I lose trial. I go back to the county jail. I'm sitting there more. I probably sat in there bit like a week before they sent me up the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I better get y'all some. I sat that motherfucker like a week. And that whole process of wait, it's like, you don't know. You just hear all these different stories. Everybody got a different story about how it is to go up the road and this and that. My first time, you know what I'm saying? So when they finally ship me and shit, they wake you up like 2, 3 in the morning. Wake your ass up like 2, 3 in the morning. And they like pack it up, woops. So bitch, hey man, I'm in a county I ain't from, finna go up the road. You know what I'm saying? I know a few people here. I don't know them personally because I ain't from my spot. But I'm in there motherfucker. Finna get ready to go up the road. So now, what going through my head, I'm like, damn, this shit really happening. This shit, I'm really finna go up the motherfucking road. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this ain't no shit that I ain't never really just, bitch, I ain't had no intention of going to prison. I ain't never thought that I'd go to prison. You know what I'm saying? I've been chasing music and shit. I just had a music dream. So as a jit, I just had a music dream. Anyway, pack it up and shit. Don't get all my shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, God damn, I don't know what to expect. Fuck, I gotta don't hear my story. So anyway, packing all my shit on the bus. They transferred from the county jail to the prison to get on the bus to go to diagnostics, which is in Jackson. You feel what I'm saying? So they go from Dooley. I'm in Dooley County Jail. They ship me to Dooley State Prison to get on the bus to go up the road. You know what I'm saying? So we get on the bus, go diagnostic and shit. Man, listen. It was a long ass process. It's like I'm sitting on that motherfucker for hours. Sitting on that motherfucker for hours. And you finally get out the bus. We shackled and shit. They got our ankle shackled. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ankle shackled. Wrapped around the waist. You know what I'm saying? They got the shit wrapped around the big waist. They shackled. Arms shackled. Everything shackled. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. So we walking like ducks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfucker hurt my ankle. Them cuffs that be on your ankle, them bitches hurt like hell. You ain't gonna lie, them bitches. Anyway, I'm walking. Going in that motherfucker, dog. So, them bitches like, we gotta take off our clothes and shit. So I don't know how it was back then. They were saying it was worse. Like when you get up that motherfucker, you in the line. They like your property. Cause I had I had went to court with like a suit on. You know what I'm saying? So they asked you to give their clothes and shit. They like give so I gave them the clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shoes. So they strip you down to your motherfucking box. So you outside basically, nigga. And when I went, it was cold as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. It was November. I went up the road November 6th, 2022. You know what I'm saying? I said the county from 19 to 21, bonded out, stayed out for a year with the court, boom, lost trial, boom, went back, went up the road. So it was November when I went. So we outside, bitch, I ain't got no clothes. They make you strip down, nigga, to your motherfucking boxers. And like I said, it probably was worse back then, cause I think they used to have your ass butt ass naked outside. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of sprinkling, so feet on the pavement, no socks on, none of that shit. It cold as a motherfucker out there. And when to go in that motherfucker. So when we go in there, they make you line up in little rows and shit right before they put you in the shower. You heard me? Man, listen. When I say this the first time I felt like, I ain't. It wasn't then. It was, but I'm gonna get into it a little bit more. So you go in there, they make you get in little rows and shit before they put you in the shower. You heard me? You in your boxes and shit still. So when you walk up, it's a nigga with some kind of little spray. You know what I'm saying? He make you goddamn take your boxes off and goddamn put them in a little what is that, barrel or whatever the fuck it is. Then the nigga make you raise your arms up. He spray your underarm, spray your private area, you know what I'm saying? You go in that bitch, you gotta take a shower. Now, the water cold. I happen to catch a warm one. I caught a warm shower, so go in that motherfucker, you gotta take that bitch quick. I'm talking about probably one of them 30-second motherfuckers, so you gotta do it fast. So boom, shower and shit. They give you clothes, you know what I'm saying? They say you gotta ask for a size larger than what you actually, you know what I'm saying? I did that shit and man, I was like, oh hell nah. They gave me some big ass clothes. So next, you gotta get your hair shaved all off and shit. They gonna shave your motherfucking ass bald. Against the grain, don't worry about going in there talking about getting no line up, none of that. They shaving everything off your ass. You gonna look like a shaved bird, bitch. I'm talking about bald head, facial hair gone, chin, ain't nothing, nigga. You feel me? They gonna do that, shave your ass, you know what I'm saying? Boom, you gonna go take your picture. Go through that bitch, medical, all this old shit. That's the next process. Now, when you go in that room where they doing medical and they doing all this shit, education and all this old shit like that, taking your shots to see if you got COVID and all that, weighing you, all that shit, when you going through all that process, man, you might hear some shit, it sound like some birds in that bitch. But it's some big ass rats. You know what I'm saying? It's some rats big. Listen, man. Some big ass rats. Some bitches in there. Anyway, the whole process of, if you tag too, like if you're a member, if you like a gang member, some shit, they gonna look at your tattoos and da-da-da-da-da, run that whoop, this and that too. So, I do that whole process. They send me to like J building or some shit like that. And I go around them, you know what I'm saying? That bitch, man, what I seen in that motherfucker? First go in that bitch. Then when I felt like, when I first go back there, walk past, but that was, man, that shit that's so turned up. So you walk past that mother, you going back there, where you going back to J nigga. When I got back there, I felt like I was in the underworld. You understand what I'm saying? That when I felt like I was in the real underworld. I'm like, boy, you see handicapped motherfuckers, dog. Deaf, dumb, blind I seen a blind motherfucker, dog. Why is you in prison? I seen a bitch with no arms. Like, it ain't got no arms. How you doing a crime? Wheelchair, like. Anyway, I felt like I was in the fucking underworld, gang. I'm like, damn, but this shit is. How the fuck I'm gonna talk to my people? My people don't know where I'm at right now. I don't know where I'm at. Like, how the hell you feel what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Stayed back that motherfucker, dog, probably like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, some shit like that. I probably stayed in jail like 2 weeks or some shit. So, in that process, we in that motherfucker playing spades and shit. That's the only, and that's one of the good things about it. Like, with me being a rapper, around my way in Georgia, you know what I'm saying, well known shit, my shit reached a little bit. You know, I performed in Arkansas, I performed in Oklahoma before. I've been to Texas, I've been to California. I've been to a few other states where it's like, shit, you know what I'm saying? And especially in Georgia and Florida, like these known, Alabama, Memphis. I'm known, so it's like, okay, when I go up the road and I say my name, I'm back there like, what's your name? SWAZY. SWAZY, like, rapper, like, yeah, had the song, this and that, I'm like, yeah, niggas fucking with me off of that. So I'm like, okay, bam. Damn, I got a name. That shit, that kind of help a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, I go straight to sleep because I'm tired of here. Just staying up all night trying to figure out, thinking like, damn, why this shit. So I ended up going to sleep when I get in that motherfucker. Nah. They call, it's a nigga in that who running that dorm, that specific, that dorm in Jay, you know what I'm saying? He running, he like, hey, if you this, you that, whoop, 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 pull up. Holla at your people, he talking about the members and shit. Holla at your people and all this, you feel me? So they pull up, they holler at their people, and get all that shit there. Now in the whole process, I'm back there, you know what I'm saying? Niggas smoking and shit, I'm seeing niggas smoking and shit. They doing everything anymore, and I'm like, damn, boy, they having weed in these motherfuckers, they having cigarettes in these bitch, they having everything in these motherfuckers. Like, what the hell? They playing spade, they gambling. Man, what the fuck? It's a whole nother world. So, I go to playing spade with some niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? Kicking it. Woo-doo-woo. I probably, the whole time, the 2 weeks I was in that bit, the week and a half that I was in that, a nigga probably got his ass whooped one time. They probably jumped on the crack like one time, you feel me? He bucked on a game member, you feel me? Swung at him, shit, and they beat the fuck out of him, you feel me? And yeah, they did that. But anyway, I ended up getting moved from Jay, because they came back that bitch. They like, yo, y'all finna go to the dorms and all, whatever they finna move y'all at, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna lie, and I got comfortable where I was. I'm like, shit, I really don't even want to go, bitch. I'm straight right here. Like, I'm ready to go to wherever the fuck I'm finna go to my next camp from here. Like, I ain't trying to be going to no other dorm and none of that shit. I'm straight where I'm at. So, boom, the first time, nothing. They ain't called my name. You feel me? They ain't called my name to go to another dorm and shit. So I'm like, smooth. Everybody like, yeah, we good. So I'm back that motherfucker. They probably come like 2 days later. Call some old name. I ain't go. But they came back that same day a little bit later. Called my name. Me and another little cool little young nigga that I was in there with. They called us. We end up going to the same dorm. You know what I'm saying? Going that motherfucker. They sent us the E. They sent us the E dorm, which is Death Row. Now, in the process of going back to E, I think they were bringing Brian Nichols down that motherfucker. Now, hey, man, they nose against the wall. They like, bitch, you better not look. If you look, if your nose ain't on the wall when they bringing Shawty down that motherfucker, man, listen. Them folk gonna fuck you over bad. I'm talking about they gonna try to break your shit, gang. Like, damn near kill you. If you don't turn your head when the folks say, hey, nose on the motherfucking wall. Yeah, they talking aggressive too. They talking to you like you a bitch. Yeah, they talking to you like you a hoe, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man, head nose on the motherfucking wall. And if you don't put your nose on the wall, they gonna do you dirty. So he coming out and we do the nose on the wall. Shit, ain't nobody moving. We in that bitch. You hear me? He go by. We go to the gate. Niggas like, da-da-da-da. So when you get in that motherfucker, what you will? What you will, boy? They put you with your people. If you remember, you're civilian, whoop. They tell you where they going, like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Civilian, they pretty much tell you going. Like, the officers drop you off. Ain't no looking for these officers thinking that these folks do their job, gang. When you go to prison, your ass is by yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You one man. Ain't no looking for help thinking that these officers are here to do their job. No, nah. Yeah, they down there gonna push your ass like anybody else or beat your ass like anybody else or kill you like anybody else. So don't go in prison, especially don't go in that bitch thinking that if you're a civilian thinking that these folks they here to help you, they not. They scared they damn self when it come down to it, 'cause they know who run the prison. The members. The gang members run the motherfucking prison. They don't run no prison. They know they outnumbered. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, we get to the gate, you come in, they like who they put you with, who you with, da da da. You go to the room, I go to my room. Shit, it's a nigga like, what, you know, he's an older nigga, he's smooth, he kind of act like he's scared and shit. I'm really watching his ass. He like, you this and that, your people down there. So I'm like, whatever. So, a little bit later on, or the next day, I remember meetings and shit. You know, they called them meetings. Seen people, you know, circling up, this and that, they were doing their shit, you know. Boom, and then, you know, new people who came in the door, now who they is, verified, this and that, they can run with their crew. And if they not verified, they probably gonna get that, if not killed. They probably gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? This ain't laughing shit, that ain't what I'm talking about. Like, dude, young kids out there, you gotta go to prison. It's not a place you wanna go. I'm just I'm telling you from experience. I ain't no hoe ass nigga. I ain't no super Billy bad ass nigga. Or none of that. I'm gonna tell you how prison changed my life now. I'm telling you. You don't wanna go. You go in that motherfucker, it really feel like you disconnected from the real world, from your family members. You heard me? You feel like you disconnected. Oh man. First they going to town. Out of that motherfucker, walk from eat on death row. You know what I'm saying? Back there in death row, bitch. Walking in that motherfucker, you gotta walk in lines of shit. Man, we going to chow hall, dog. You know, they got the middle of the building and shit. Walk, you heard me? Carrying knives on the wall. So, you got, I go in that bitch. It's a site boy, whatever. He trying to do what? Get back in line. He opposite on his ass. Slap the fuck out of him. Blah! Drop him. Right there. Yeah, drop him. He hit the hard as a motherfucker, man. I'm like, yeah, bitch ass. Get your bitch ass up. Matter of fact, put that in the hole. Yeah, slap you, I put you in the hole. I'm like, God damn. They try that shit again. We gonna do this to him. Yeah, they crazy, man. I ain't gonna who did it, no dude. It was hard. A female did this, man. Get the fuck out of this nigga, man. You feel me? Oh, I scared about too, so boom, when I get a motherfucker, you know, the chicken, you're losing shit. Make sure you ain't this and that. They taking my tattoos. The nigga read my tattoo. He say, SWAZY that. He said, what you say your name? He SWAZY, that's your name? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, you was in that series. I said, what series? He was like, the zone, that shit that, you know, that you in Atlanta. I'm like, yeah. He was like, I was just watching that shit. I was like, that's crazy, man. He like, yeah, man, you got some shit. You need to stay out of prison, man. You don't need to be no fuck. Hell yeah, nigga, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You feel me? But anyway, fast forward back to the other part, walking the chow. Now, get the chow. You get in line. You know what I'm saying? You get your tray. My God. This ain't no motherfucking food, man. You got to understand, this is a nigga who ain't never been to prison. And the jail food that I was eating, it was straight. It wasn't free world, but it was straight. Now I'm up the road. You understand me? I'm in prison. I'm in diagnostic. First tray I get. Well, really, I got my first tray in J. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I'm talking about like walking from the dorms and shit, kind of different. But I'm going that motherfucker, man. Listen. I get a tray. I don't know if it was some oatmeal, some grits. It might have been grits at the time. And a little glad or some eggs or whatever. Some bullshit anyway. And grit hot as a motherfucker, man. Yeah. It ain't no seasoning, salt, no pepper in the food. What you sound, nigga? Your ass got 1 minute to eat, if that. This shit hot as hell, nigga. You gotta. I'm talking dead serious. And if you don't get up, when they say get up, hey, man, you finna get your ass beat, bro. You finna beat your ass. They gonna embarrass you. That's it. They gonna embarrass you, gang. Me, man, you know. So the food and shit different. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't going to the store. That's on store restriction for some reason. Then when they came out store restriction, I found out you can only get 4 suits. And I was in the kind of jail just getting hella shit, soup packages, and you know, my family was I had good support. I had a good support system, bitch. I'm straight in the camp. I'm ordering out shit. Up here, like, you got a 4-suit maximum limit. Like you ain't getting them but 4 suits. Honey buns and shit. Like, okay, them in anything. So when I'm in the dorm, I'm like, man, when they went going to the store, they was on store restriction, the niggas had food and they come buy some shit. Yo, I might get a honey bun for 50. You might pay $50 for a honey bun. That's here. $50 for a honey bun. You know what I'm saying? If you want a cigarette, you know, they sell them out the little medicine cups, you know. $30, you might get a what? 3cc, 2.5, 3.5cc. Oh, the economy in prison gang wants to, like, smoking and all that shit. Smoking or just anything that's freeware, phones, etc. T-shirts, shoes, glasses, accessories, anything that's on the street in the chain gang. Man, listen, the price difference is crazy. And I be seeing a lot of posts nowadays, like when I've been scrolling and shit, motherfuckers like, man, niggas in the chain gang take care. They had more money than niggas on the street. I ain't gonna lie. I used to wonder. It's like, yeah, it's crazy how niggas this and that. I've been on both sides and I started to understand. Freeware a little harder. Motherfuckers go to work, they gotta pay bills. They went up in a hard bump. You know what I'm saying? And they don't gotta pay for no water. They can go free water, don't got no bills. And shit, probably scamming like a motherfucker. That's why they so rich. If you can wake up and scam a motherfucker for 30,000 or 100,000, of course you're gonna have more money. If you ain't got no bills, no responsibilities, of course you're gonna have more money. You know what I'm saying? Especially motherfuckers with life sentences that ain't never coming home. They don't give a damn about nothing. They gonna scam your ass. They scamming like a motherfucker, man. Them folks are millionaires in there, dog. Millionaires in prison from scamming. Of course they gonna what make them feel good is by paying. They like to give it out because they get it every day. They get this shit down there every day, gang. They got the whole operation running that motherfucker. But anyway, I seen motherfucker in diagnostic goddamn get flipped. Now the phone, they got phones in that motherfucker. In the dorm that I was in, they got a blood phone, they got a Crip phone, they got a GD phone, they got a Muslim phone, they got a civilian phone. I think it was like 5 or 6 phones in that motherfucker, if I ain't sure. Now this is a big ass dorm. It's probably like 240, 300 motherfuckers in this dorm. Front side, top and bottom, left side, front side, back side, top and bottom, the other back side, top. Yeah, it was a lot of motherfuckers in the dorm. It's probably like 300 bitches in the dorm. So that's a big ass dorm. Phones. So the whole process of even getting on the phone, you gotta make sure these folks gotta approve of your shit. They gotta approve, man. It's a whole process. You might not even talk to your people. If you phone time, $30 for an hour, $35 for an hour. You know, whoever got a phone now, they selling phone time. You gotta pay $35. You use that bit for an hour, call your people. You know what I'm saying? If you got money. If you ain't got no money in prison, you ain't got no support in prison, man, you dead, man. You dead, man. You gonna have to do something, man. You understand what I'm saying? You dead, dog. Anyway, they got the phones and shit. So that shit, there's a whole process. They have to approve your numbers and all that shit first. So you might not even be able to get a phone call unless you get on a cell phone. You understand? Like I said, bitch, you hungry. You might have paid $50 for a honey bun. You know what I'm saying? That how much I paid for a fucking honey bun when I was there, bitch. When I got home, like, man, what I get for? Shit, I can't get you nothing but a honey bun. Bitch, so hungry, get what a nigga did. Bought that bitch. I'm talking about ate the fuck out that honey bun. Like, bitch, I'm dead serious, dog. You feel me? Eat the fuck out the honey bun. But anyway, bitch, I sat in that motherfucker, dog, and I'm like, damn. It was so many standoffs between the Bloods and the Muslims in that motherfucker. Until my nigga ready to go to war, cause about a soup. Prison. At this count, I want to say a soup probably 40-something cents. In Jackson, 40-something cents, which is cheap. Man, a nigga ready to go to war and kill a bitch by the soup in there. I'm like, man, what the hell going on in that bed? Man, I'm so ready to go. I'm so ready. I'm like, man, can my bid be over? Can this bitch go hair up and be over? Man, ain't no way in the hell I'm going through all this shit. You feel me? I got it, man. Listen, it bitches. Man, them folk coming in that bitch, spraying niggas, locking us down. You heard me? They bucking in that bitch. When they spray that bell spray your ass, oh my God. Bitch, I like to die enough, nigga. Cause the nigga ass want a fake buck. It's like, shut your bitch ass up, man. Let these folk get up out of here. You want to go back and forth and do this sneak this, and then when they turn their back, you want to say some shit. Hey man, get your bitch ass out the way. These folks spray you down. This shit goddamn come to the cell over. We right in that door, bitch. We wrapping our head up, coughing like a bitch about to die. Damn about to throw up. Cause the nigga ass want a fake book. Like, man. So that's another thing in prison, bitch. You just gotta stick together, dog. That's another. You gotta stick together with a nigga ass if he do some fuck shit. Man, it's an underworld, man. I'm telling y'all kids, y'all don't want to go to motherfucking prison, man. It's not no, but and the crazy shit about it, I done heard some young nigga like say out they mouth like, man, shit, I really want to go to prison. I want to see what that shit talking about. Bitch, I ain't never had that mindset. You feel me? Anyway, Jackson, the food, diagnostic, boom, I had to go get my medical shit now. When they taking me to they calling you out for your call outs and shit. You got call outs, medical call outs, or whatever it may be. You got call outs. Bitch, you know they testing you for everything to see if you got something screening and shit. I ain't gonna lie, bitch, I was scared as a motherfucker. I'm like, boy, I just raw and shit on the I jacked them raw with it. But I was scared of hell. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared as a motherfucker. But I went through that bitch, and he said, negative, bitch. My heart, goddamn, I heart like I could beat again. Smooth. God damn, bitch, I couldn't wait. So I called home, yo, man, everything smooth, bitch. I'm negative. Coming up on the goddamn second month. Oh, yeah, I was buying hamburgers and shit, too. Like $25 for a hamburger. Nigga, it was another nigga that had and I started cooking in that bitch. Oh, yeah, they cooking. The cooking is crazy. The cooking is motherfucking crazy. Like, niggas real life stealing shit from the kitchen, bringing it back, starting fires. Oh, man. So that was another new thing. This one, I seen a lot of shit, okay? They got the poppers. For the people who know what a popper is a motherfucking, it's basically a chain gang lighter. You know, wicks. You know, a wick is a twisted piece of toilet paper. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how they get lighters. Some of them might have real lighters in there, though, free world. The one that just really all stuff that been there minute. Probably gonna have a lighter. But they got the poppers. Popper is pencil with prongs on that motherfucker. With a bitch done got two pieces of metal some kind of way. I don't know. Nothing how they motherfucker do this amazing ass shit that I've never seen before. Two pieces of metal on the end of that motherfucker tied. They wrap that motherfucker end with some saran wrap. They like their pen. Say it was their pen. The end of the pen, wrap that motherfucker saran wrap. It look like two prongs that you stick in a socket. Two metal pieces they find somewhere that'll fit in the wall. They tie that bit around though. The eraser ain't on there no more. The other part of that motherfucker, this is where the wood, you know, the pencil, that part there. Now from the other end of it, they got the prong tied up in and shit right there. They got a piece of wire. I don't know where the fuck they get the wire from. Probably out there light. Them just be climbing up in lights and everything, man. They cut metal like it ain't shit, man. I seen a bitch cut a piece of metal with a piece of string, my nigga. They on bullshitting. The metal on that bed is thick as a motherfucker. I seen a bitch cut the whole end part of it off with a string. I don't know what kind of string that was, but they cut that bitch off. Anyway, they got a piece of wire in that bitch, and what they do is they get the wick, get it over the right. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of the fucking word for the pencil shit right now. It's goddamn. But they sit it right above that motherfucker and let that bitch put that wire, make it touch it. Boop! It gonna spark. When it spark the flame, it gonna jump all over the goddamn the tissue, and that bitch gonna start a fire. So they smoke. They set fires, they make flames, they cooking. You know what I'm saying? Them folk really, real like cooking in that motherfucker on made up grills and shit that they done probably snatched the window out of, you know what I'm saying, and whipping up on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They diagnostics. I got to other counts and it was different, but going through diagnostics, it was really like this, you know what I'm saying? And it was a couple people dying at that motherfucker when I was there. They were dying on the other ends and shit. You know, in other dorms and shit, motherfuckers were dying. Then nobody died in the dorm that I was in. I seen a motherfucker get stabbed, a couple robberies. A bitch got their leg broke, jaw broke. But I ain't a couple standoffs. But ain't nobody get killed. Overall, everything was smooth in the dorm that I was in because it was ran correctly. That's why there was so many standoffs and not actual wars going on. You know, they was talking shit out. If it wasn't for the people who was in there that was running the dorm having the mindset that they had, because I done been around different people. Some people got the mindset like, man, we can talk this shit out. Some people got the mindset like, a bitch ain't gonna play me. I don't do no talking. I don't do no politicking. I press button, let it do it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Them ain't the type of people you want to be around, because 9 out of 10, they probably got a light in it to somebody else, and you know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, yeah, man, you just be dire situations in prison. So, yeah, from the food, the officers, the other inmates, all of that shit right there. It just ain't no place you want to be, man. You feel disconnected from the real world. It really feel like a real underworld, man. It was some shit that was real hard for me. It took a little minute for me to adapt to that shit. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't no easy shit for me to adapt to. But I knew in my head, I'm like, boy, if it come down to it, you're gonna have to, if it come down to it, life different situation, bitch, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to do what you gotta do. And that when my mindset changed. That was the beginning of it. I'm gonna tell y'all about when I get shit to my next count next time. You feel me? But until next time, y'all go check out my music that I got. Guitars and Shit Part 2. Greatness. My latest single that I released. Whole nother kind. Y'all just time I tell y'all about him when I got shit to my next company. The other shit that I saw, but this pretty much everything that I seen. Jackson, I seen, like I said, I seen disabled motherfuckers, deaf, blind motherfuckers locked up in that bitch. So it was just like, damn, these folks don't give a fuck. They gonna lock their ass up. You know what I'm saying? They don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? But it was majority black though. You already know we was swamping that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and Mexicans, sprinkled whites. You know what I'm saying? But till next time, I'll tell y'all what happened when I got shit to my neck. I think I'm telling y'all everything that happened at Jackson as far as like, yeah, what happened in the dorm that I was at. You know, I seen the bar running back that motherfucker, getting that shit from them folks in E-High that had, which is death row, like I said. And death row, them folk got down. Nigga, the officer might drop shit off to them fucking inmate, man. Come on, let's be real with shit, man. Officer might be dropping that shit off of them folks. But them folks never getting out. They really have an emotion in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They supplying the whole motherfucking compound. Whole diagnostic compound, the motherfucker right back there in that back of that back, man. You feel me? There might be some other people that controlling the temperature a little bit somewhere else, but them motherfuckers in E-High, they got them lights in lower brown niggas and all them folk, well, man, listen, they were the one having emotion. The officers might bring that shit back there. Them then, hey, man, they ran sling. They got fishing line, sling that bitch back there and go get it. Wrap up, mask up, go get it. I seen all kind of shit, man. Amazing shit. Amazing shit happened in prison. Like, the fact that how they make knives, how they cook. Bitch might open their locker up, man. You know what I'm saying? They locker box up and cook some food in that bitch, dog. You feel me? Clean that bitch off with some, I don't know however they do. They clean it off. I don't know, man. Prison is it's a you find some amazing. I couldn't believe my eyes and my ears. Yeah, it was just, I couldn't believe that shit. But like I said, until next time, I'll tell y'all what happened when I got my nigga.